At a high-stakes track meet in Oslo, a 17-year-old high school kid just beat the reigning Olympic champion by a mere 1/100th of a second. As he dove across the finish line, sliding on his chest, he honestly thought he had lost. But he hadn't, he won. Before the race, the Olympic champion made a public statement about this teenager that should have served as a massive warning to every 800-meter runner on the planet. We will get to that. But first, you need to understand exactly where Cooper Lutkenhouse came from. Because beating the world and Olympic champion at just 17 years old is just the tip of the iceberg. The story begins in Justin, Texas, a small town northeast of Dallas. This isn't a place with a long, legendary history of producing world-class champions. It's just a regular suburb where kids go to school, play sports, and try to keep up with their older siblings. But inside the Lutkenhouse home, everything was a competition. In middle school, Cooper played 5 different sports, including wrestling. He would obsessively study Dallas Cowboys game film. Long before anyone outside of Texas knew his name, this kid was hardwired to compete at everything, all the time. Athletics ran in the family. His dad, George, ran collegiately and is now the athletic director for the entire school district. His mom, Trisha, is the principal of Northwest High School, meaning the kid who just beat the world's best goes to a school where his own mother runs the building. In their household, everything revolved around self-improvement, proving yourself, and never getting left behind. His mom tells a story from a church basketball league when Cooper was still very young. His middle brother is 4 years older. Most parents would put a younger child in a different league, but Trisha threw Cooper right out there with the older boys anyway. Cooper didn't just survive, he hung with them and sometimes outplayed them. From the very beginning, his driving force was to prove he belonged in rooms he wasn't supposed to be in yet. When he started running track in middle school, he won every single race he entered. He won the Brooks PR Invitational and the Nike Outdoor Nationals. The track world began to notice, but the professional community always wonders if a middle school phenom's speed will hold up. Being the fastest kid in Texas means absolutely nothing to the men running the Diamond League or the World Championships. He was undefeated and getting faster every season, but the wider international athletic world was still sleeping on him. In 2025, Coach Chris Capo stepped in to build the framework around Cooper's transition from an exceptional high schooler to a professional athlete. He was still a high school student attending regular classes, but now he was training for the World Championships. Coach Capo focused heavily on refining Cooper's ultimate weapon, the kick. Throughout his youth, Cooper had a natural trigger point with 200 meters to go. Ever since middle school, that is the spot I really push from, he notes. It wasn't random, it was drilled into his instinct race after race. On June 10, 2026, at the famous Oslo Bislett Games, the historic track was set. Wanyonyi took the lead at the bell, dictating a blistering pace and using his immense power to control the race. Cooper tracked him, biding his time. With 200 meters to go, Cooper's trigger fired. He surged into the lead, opening a gap into the final straightaway. But Wanyonyi fought back fiercely, closing the distance meter by meter. They hit the tape together in an epic photo finish. Cooper dove, crashing to the track, fully believing the Olympic champion had edged him out. Then the scoreboard flashed. Cooper Lutkenhouse 1:42.08. Emmanuel Wanyonyi, the absolute slimmest margin measurable in professional sports. The high school kid from Justin, Texas, beat the Olympic and world champion. With just 6 professional races under his belt, Cooper now boasts 6 wins, a world indoor title, the youngest Diamond League victory in history, the 2026 World Lead, and the title of the 3rd fastest American in history. After his historic win in Oslo, when asked about his immediate goals, Cooper didn't bring up world records, Wanyonyi, or the upcoming athletic calendar. Instead, he smiled and said he needed to start making plans because he hadn't been to his school homecoming yet, and his mom said he had to go to prom. Then he dropped a line that should make every 800-meter runner alive deeply uncomfortable. When asked what he thought was possible for his career, he simply replied, "I do not know what is possible. This isn't scripted modesty. This is a 17-year-old who has already conquered the highest peaks of his sport, telling the world he hasn't even found his ceiling yet. The current 800-meter world record stands at 1:40.91, set by David Rudisha at the 2012 London Olympics. For 14 years, it has been widely accepted as untouchable. Yet Cooper just ran a 1:42.08 at age 17, and he doesn't know his limits. The Los Angeles 2028 Olympics are just 2 years away. On home soil, in front of a massive American crowd, Cooper will be just 19 years old. If his progression from 16 to 17 is any indicator, what he will look like at 19 is completely uncharted territory. Now I want to hear from you. When the Olympic 800-meter final comes to Los Angeles in 2028, will a 19-year-old Cooper take home the gold medal? And will he finally shatter David Rudisha's legendary world record to become the greatest 800-meter runner in history? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.